Today, we will reach the unconscionable, tragic milestone of 100,000 dead Americans from coronavirus. That is a number we may have already reached by the time you listen to today's show or watch today's program. And that is a number that we have reached with widespread now allegations of data suppression in a number of different states, which I will discuss with you on tomorrow's program. But we've already passed 100,000 is the point. Whether we officially get there today or yesterday or tomorrow, we actually have passed that number some time ago due to the believed suppression and mischaracterization of some deaths. And as this is going on, the president of the United States has been tweeting allegations that a TV host murdered someone without any evidence. And Donald Trump also tweeted or retweeted a tweet calling Hillary Clinton a skank. But today I want to talk about these murder smears that Donald Trump has been making against MSNBC's Joe Scarborough. Donald Trump tweeting, quote, "A lot of interest in this story about psycho Joe Scarborough. So a young marathon runner just happened to faint in his office, hit her head on his desk, and die? I would think that there is a lot more to this story than that. An affair? What about the so-called investigator Reed story?" Trump also tweeted, "A blow to her head, body found under his desk, left Congress suddenly. Big topic of discussion in Florida. And he's a nut job with bad ratings. Keep digging, use forensic geniuses." So what this all relates to is a Joe Scarborough staffer that died in 2001, was a 28-year-old woman, Lori Klasudis, and conspiracy theories started about her death pretty quickly down in Florida. And this is 19 years ago. Trump is now reviving this and giving it oxygen merely because he is in a media battle with Joe Scarborough, because he doesn't like Joe Scarborough's coverage of Donald Trump on MSNBC. That's all that this is. But the president is accusing a media host he does not like of murder. Even many Republicans are disgusted by this. Illinois Republican Rep. Adam Kinzinger tweeted, quote, "Completely unfounded conspiracy. Just stop. Stop spreading it. Stop creating paranoia. It will destroy us." Fox News bomb thrower Brit Hume even tweeting, quote, 30,000 retweets for this discredited tale based on a 3-year-old post from some wing-ding website. This is why even his critics should want Trump to play a lot of golf, because when he does, he's not tweeting crap like this. So the analysis here is 90% obvious, and I want to focus on the 10% that maybe is less obvious. Of course, in that 90%, yes, this is not normal. Yes, the world is laughing and crying and pitying us. Yes, Trump accusing people of murder on Twitter is an absolute and total horror, as 100,000 people have died of coronavirus in the United States, with as many as 2/3 of those deaths preventable with just a couple week earlier call for national stay-at-home orders. The only remaining question is why Trump is still allowed on Twitter. And I got a lot of emails over the weekend from you guys saying, David, Trump he's specifically targeting someone with false allegations, with a conspiracy theory. That person, Joe Scarborough, is being bullied now. Joe Scarborough is getting death threats. And how is Twitter allowing this? What you have to understand is Twitter has very specific rules for what you can and can't say, but they have different rules for famous people and politicians. And Twitter put out rules last year, I believe it was, which I'm characterizing it in the way I see it. You can read the full text of it if you want. If a world leader or a politician tweets something that would normally violate their policy, like, for example, in this case, Trump is targeting an individual for mass bullying, like Trump did by saying Joe Scarborough might have murdered someone. If it's Trump, they leave it up because the mere fact that it's Trump who said it makes it newsworthy in a way where its newsworthiness and the fact that it will be reported on necessitates leaving it up so that it can be properly reported on is sort of the gist to it. And I understand that. But Twitter can also say make the news elsewhere, right? It's not what we want our community to be used for making news about. Imagine being the family of then 28-year-old Lori Klasutis. You've been trying to recover from an inconceivably traumatic event that took place 19 years ago, where your 28-year-old family member died. And in comes the president of the United States retweeting a 3-year-old conspiracy article from a nonsense website, all because he doesn't like Joe Scarborough's coverage of him. This is an era. Listen, the Trump era is going to be an era where, number one, we should never forgive the Trump administration nor the people who voted to put him in power. But as a country, hopefully at some point we fix this atrocity. Hopefully it's in 5 months. It might not be until 4 years and 5 months, which would be tragic. I hope eventually the world is able to forget the United States as a country. I'm not saying forgive the Trump voters, and I'm certainly not saying forgive Trump and his administration. But I hope that at some point the world will forgive us as a country for this absolute aberration that hopefully will only last 4 years, but may last 8 years if we don't take care of business on November 3rd. One of our sponsors is privacy.com. They're giving you $5 when you sign up for their completely free service at privacy.com/Pakman. I've been using Privacy for a little over a year now. You've heard me talk about it before. It's a lifesaver, and here's how it works. It takes just a couple of minutes to set up. Anytime you buy something online or on the phone, instead of actually using your real credit card number, the Privacy app and the browser plugin let you give each company a randomized virtual credit card number that you create out of thin air. It'll even autofill the card number with one click. And the payment is taken out of your checking account without the merchant ever knowing your real information. So this allows you to keep your banking information secure, but also to take control of your finances. You can create up to 12 of these virtual credit cards a month. You can set spending limits. You can freeze them. You can delete them anytime you want. So when you do this, it means you're not going to be charged when you don't want to be, because you can destroy the virtual card number right after using it, which, for instance, I love using free trials because I know I won't be charged when the trial is over if I use a virtual credit card number. You're keeping your identity private by not telling companies who you are. You're keeping your bank or credit card info protected against data breaches and identity theft. And it's free. There's no catch whatsoever. But if you want, Privacy also offers a $10 a month plan that gives you 1% cash back and lets you create 36 credit cards a month, and a $25 a month plan tailored more for small businesses where you can create 60 card numbers a month and much more. But definitely go ahead and at least get started with the free plan. You'll protect your financial info. Companies can't charge you unexpectedly. And like I said, you'll get $5 to spend when you sign up at privacy.com/Pakman.